Hello everyone, it's James here. I hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be having a look at Jessica Torres. She is an influencer on TikTok, and she says your before and after pics won't save you from being fat again. And honestly, that's freedom! Hashtag fat liberation, hashtag body acceptance, hashtag self-love, hashtag all things fat. So this person, Jessica Torres, seems to think that posting before and after photos are some kind of form of discrimination. Let's see what Jessica has to say. I'm sure it'll be not condescending at all. So let's get into it.
Don't get mad at me when I tell you this, but your before and after will not save you from being fat again. I think the rise of Ozempic has made everyone so brazen and bold to talk about weight loss in such a fatphobic way. Listen, personally, I don't think it's my...
In such a fatphobic way. It's not healthy to be fat. It's not healthy to be overweight. As you grow older and you stay fat, the more you will find the issues are related to how much you weigh. It's very easy to make these claims that it's okay being fat when you're 20, 30 years old. But when you hit your 40s, when you hit your 50s, it does really hurt you to be overweight. And I found that in my mid-30s when I got diabetes, when I got all, breathing problems and things like that. Thankfully, the breathing problems are pretty much gone now and my diabetes is in remission. It's thanks to losing weight that I'm able to breathe better, I'm able to walk further, and I'm able to try and live a healthier lifestyle, honestly.
My business, nor do I care what you do with your body and if you lose or you gain weight. But I think posting about it is damaging for you and for the people who are looking at it. I try to understand why, and then I try to put myself in your shoes. And when I look at it from the grand scheme of things, from the big general perspective, it makes sense. Of course you want to post your before and after photos. Many see it as a notable accomplishment. So of course you're posting about your weight loss. It makes sense, right? And I don't blame you. I think that wanting to be part of this fitness club is some...
So she sees posting before and after photos as being some sort of fitness club, but isn't she part of a club herself with this concept of fat liberation? She actually does have the hashtag fat liberation as part of this video. Isn't it just a case of tribalism? She doesn't see the fitness club, as she puts it, as a good club to be in, but she sees the let's stay fat and lazy club as her vibe, which is essentially what it is. She just wants to remain fat. She doesn't want to make any positive changes to her life. She just wants to stay in her little bubble and not do any of the hard work that it takes to lose weight or improve your health.
Something that society is pushing us all into. And then it turns to be that maybe one of the reasons that you post this is to inspire other fat people to lose weight. But then that's where you lose me, because I thought this whole process was for you. I don't know what the point...
So I post about my weight loss journey, and I posted photos of my body changes. I think it is still primarily for me. I see those photos and I think, wow, I've done so much work to get to where I am now. And I'm so proud of myself, and I want to share this achievement with everyone. And I want other people to be inspired. And I don't think there's anything wrong with inspiring people to lead a healthier life, because in turn, there are some people that would be inspired by Jessica to just coast and to just carry on as they are and not bother to do anything worthwhile. So I feel like Jessica is kind of clutching at straws, and I think she feels alienated because she can't lose weight or doesn't want to lose weight, I think, more to the point. I think this offshoot of fat liberation from fat acceptance has become much more extreme and a lot more unhinged in their arguments, where it's come to the point where if you show photos of yourself visibly improved, you think, that's discrimination against me. I shouldn't be able to see that. She just wants to stay fat and shout about it from the rooftops while being obviously very out of breath.
The point of posting it is we can see it. We see you have gotten into a smaller body now. What ends up happening and what you're showcasing is that you went from being the oppressed to being the oppressor, and you're okay with that.
Stop conflating being fat with oppression. You are not oppressed. You just eat too much cake. When I was 500 pounds, I did not feel oppressed. I felt emotionally broken, physically broken. I was stuck and I didn't want to do anything. When I felt that I had had enough, I decided to do something about it. Now, some people will say, I want to try, I want to do it, I want to do this, I want to do that, but they never get to it because it's a daunting prospect to have to shift a lot of weight. And some of these people will go, do you know what? Can't be asked.
Now, here's the kicker. Statistically, proven by science, not by me, so don't get mad at me, you will gain the weight back in 2 to 5 years. Now, I've met a lot of friends who have gotten multiple surgeries and
So she's gone with the study thing. She hasn't cited anything, and then she's going anecdotal, saying, "I have friends who have they've lost weight and then they put it all back on, and I just feel so bad for them. I don't feel bad because now they're bigger than me.
have done things to lose weight. And I met them years ago, and now they're back to their original weight, or some of them are probably a little bit even bigger than they were before. Now you find yourself being back into the same body that you hated before, the one that you were claiming was the worst version of you. And I'm not here to shame or to scold anyone. I think that it's a reasonable thing to want to be part of this thinness club because society has made this the ideal place to be.
This is what gets me about fat acceptance, fat liberation. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never your own fault that you're fat. It's never your own fault that you can't fit into plane seats. It's not your own fault that you can't fit into a revolving door, for example. It's always society, or it's always an external factor. It's never the fact that you consume more calories than you put out. This is always what gets me. You need to take ownership of the issues that you have, especially when it comes to the body that you live in. If you don't take these issues into account and you don't tackle these issues, you will be somebody like Jessica who will just push out at society constantly and say, well, you're to blame. I am absolved of all blame because I am fat and fabulous, darling. We've seen fat acceptance people die before they're 30. As sad as that is, a lot of it came from their own doing. So I think Jessica seems to think that it's not her fault that she's fat, it's society's fault that she's fat, and that's why she feels oppressed.
We all think that thinness is where we're going to achieve self love and careers and friendships and love, partners. And of course, we all believe that, it's the long going myth of what thinness will bring to you. But I think it's more important for you to be at peace with yourself. You're a member of the Thin Club now, but remember that your membership.
It is important to be at peace with yourself, but you can do that as you're losing weight. You can accept that you're a broken person, but you also need to accept that you need to work on certain aspects of yourself. And if one of those things is to lose weight, then so be it. Working on your mental and physical health at the same time is very difficult, but it can be done. It's up to you what you decide to do. You can stay fat if you want to, but you need to take into account that your quality of life will not be very good. Maybe we shouldn't listen to people like Jessica here because she doesn't know what the shit she's talking about.
It can be revoked at any moment, and it'll push you back to the end of the line where you began, and the vicious cycle continues. I know this is a heavy topic, but I have spoken a lot more about this in depth in an essay on my Substack, All Things That with Jessica Torres. So if you want to talk more about this and you want to get my full opinions on this topic, go check out that essay. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Check out that essay. No, because I'm sure it's full of absolute bum fluff. Yes, I think Jessica is... It seems like she's trying to make some good points. I don't feel like they are actually good points. I think she just wants to feel better about her own fatness and about how she is hindered by the fact she lives in a larger body, and she wants to blame society for the fact that she lives in a larger body. At the end of the day, only you can put the food in your mouth. It's entirely up to you whether you want to improve your life, improve your mental health, improve your physical health. I'm sorry, Jessica, I just don't agree with you in any form whatsoever. And I think as a person, you need to take stock of what you actually believe in, because what you believe in is pretty much cultish behaviour, but just change the L to an N. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I shall speak to you very soon. Take care. Bye.